This video is for those of you who know how to knit, and I will show you my favorite ways to make those short rows. Why would you need those short rows? For example, if you want like here, you're knitting from bottom to top, it's a sweater, and you want to form this shoulder line. See, it's like a slope, and you use short rows. You go like this, and then you stop somewhere here, and then you continue, and then you stop somewhere here. So like going not the whole thing, not completing the whole row, but completing just a part of the row. I'm about to reach the point where I'm gonna turn and demonstrate you the method, but before I reach that point, I would like to thank Bernadette from Australia. Thank you so much, Bernadette. I hope you enjoy this technique. Let's say I want to make this turn right here, and like I said before many times, you really have to see what your stitches tell you to do. And here's exactly the same situation. The stitches tell you what to do. What do they tell you? See, I'm trying to turn the work, and this yarn, it kind of, I didn't do anything, it just stayed on my right knitting needle. So it was like a natural yarn over, and I want to keep that yarn over right here. So once again, I have reached the point when I want to make a turn, and I just turn my work and I have this yarn over. I didn't do anything, it just went naturally. Okay, and with this yarn over, which is not a stitch, it's just, you know, a fake helper secondary stitch, I will just continue purling since I've got to the purl row. And you see, I don't even use the stitch marker because I have this little thing, this yarn over and this hole. But you know what, you don't have to be afraid of that hole, because when we reach the point when we smooth the things out, smooth the stitches out, you will not notice that hole. And another thing you need to know about that extra stitch, it doesn't participate in your chart. So just you made this yarn over and you forget about it. I mean, you do not count it as a new stitch. It's not an increase. You didn't create a stitch, you create just a helper. Now, I've reached the point where my actual stitches are done, and I have this secondary fake stitch which was made from a yarn over. Now, the idea of the method here is to use the next one, the next stitch, to hide this fake stitch. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to look very carefully at my stitches and make sure that I turn my actual stitch, my main one, this way, and knit it together with that fake one, this way. Just pull it a little bit and see, you've got rid of that hole. Now once again, I had this yarn over, I had this stitch, well, it was a this direction, okay, the granny style, and I need to turn it so that it hides, because if I go through the back loop, okay, if I still have this stitch like that, like we always have in combination continental Eastern granny style, if I go like this, if I just do two together, that's not what you want. That's not what you want. You want to use your actual stitch to hide the secondary one behind it. Well, now it's a little bit messy because, you know, I was demonstrating and I stretched this stitch a lot. So just don't worry. Like I showed you this example. You will not find here where the turns happened. You will just not see it. Now, what happens if you need to make this turn on the purl row? You know, the logic is the same. You turn, and again, the stitches tell you what to do. The right needle will just not let the yarn go. It wants it. It wants this yarn. It creates naturally this yarn over. Okay, so I'm on the purl side. I turn my work. I had this yarn over, and I continue knitting. Okay, and let's say I want to smooth things out. I made another turn, and I will be returning to the place where I had this fake stitch, this yarn over one. Okay, and I need, you know, the logic is the same. I need to hide this fake stitch behind the actual stitch. So now let's take a look at the right side, at the knit side. What do we need to do to hide the fake one, the secondary one, behind the actual one? So I need to switch them a little bit. It's kind of a cross, okay, and I just return the actual stitch. This is the actual stitch on the needle, and I purl them together, and I look at the knit side. Now let's see what happens here. It's the knit side. Actually, the method worked because you've got rid of that hole. So I will continue, and we will take a look at the knit side and see what happens here. Do we notice where the turn was? Well, not really. So let's do it again. Let's say I'm on the purl side and I need to make that turn. I've reached the point where I want that turn, and I turn my needles, and this is where this yarn over naturally happens, and I just knit a little bit. Well, let's make another turn on the knit side, and again the stitches tell you what to do. And let's reach the point on the purl side where you had that fake stitch, that yarn over. It's right here. So I need to turn the stitches. I need to shift the stitches a little bit so that the actual stitch, the next, see, this is the hole. You need to hide the hole, so you need to use the next stitch after this hole, the next actual stitch. And the actual stitch has to hide the fake one, the secondary one, to avoid this hole, because the actual one hides this yarn over, and this is how it kind of tightens the fabric. You have this actual stitch in front. Always, well, consider the front on the knit side, of course, because you care what is going on the knit side. You have to see what the stitches look like on the knit side. Okay, so this actual stitch hides the yarn over behind itself, and you just purl these two together. You have this little X thing on the wrong side, but on the knit side it's great. It's still it works. See? You don't see because it's not visible. Okay, if you take a look at your fabric, well, of course I have this imperfection right here because I stretched the stitch a lot when I was showing, so you definitely see this imperfection right here, but overall it looks pretty decent, and I hope that makes sense. And please let me know if you have any questions about this method, and let me know if it helps. Thank you.